At the beginning of the conflict, Fent started an anonymous outlet for buying and selling goods. His real name is unknown, but if you're thinking of selling anything to him, he's basically just one of those cash for gold shops. You're gonna get ripped off. After doing a video on every other trader, a lot of people seemed excited for the prospect of a Fent's video, something I never really understood considering he only has one main quest and is about as talkative as my last Tinder match, but ask and you shall receive. I'm kind of on the fence about how I feel about him. On one hand, having only one quest to complete is nice, but it is also the Collector, a quest that only a select few special gamers will ever see. Requiring you to collect every streamer item in the game, it really leaves me thinking a multitude of thoughts, and like most thoughts I have about Tarkov, they're almost all negative. First off, can people stop becoming Tarkov content creators, because if any more of you fuckers get these items, I truly have no chance of completing this again. We should also hook this up to some kind of government database so the local authorities can be informed when someone finishes it. I really believe in the long run, this will save a lot of lives. When attempting this quest, I feel like we all have one item that's just impossible to find, each one completely unique to you, like your very own Patronus, just less cool. When I did this, it was the Plague Mask, fitting really, because by the time I'd actually found it, I would have loved nothing more than to have the deadliest strain of plague. Upon completing, you'll be gifted the Kappa container, the largest secure container you can acquire, granting you a 3x4 grid. Not that it matters too much, because I can guarantee once you actually obtain this, your motivation to use it will be about as high as my motivation to come up with an apt comparison right now. In short, the Collector will be collecting you in a body bag. Fent rules over the Scavs like some kind of medieval king, building up reputation with him to grant you different bonuses with them. You can increase this in a number of different ways, vehicle extracts being one of the most efficient. However, if you're trying to explicitly grind this, the car is going to be about as absent as all of your fathers. You can also increase this with Scav quests, but let's just be honest, 95% of the time they're just not possible. If he's not asking you to do things that are just incomprehensible for a Scav, like a stone cold killer, he's getting you to murder his own men, the reward being a loss of Scav rep because killing other Scavs as a Scav will do this, a feature that's only been put into the game recently, which for the most part did stop a lot of the Scav on Scav violence, proving gamers do in fact care about pointless numbers going up. If you do manage to build up max rep with him, he'll give you a few different rewards. He'll open up his personal shop for you, which for the life of me I cannot understand why anyone would use. Sure, if you watch this like an autistic hawk, you might eventually get a good deal, but for the most part it's just an elaborate scam. He will start loading up your Scav with enough gear to take over a small country. Just remember that if you don't hide that flare you just got immediately, the other Scavs will start to care a lot less about that Scav karma. In my opinion, one of the funnest features of maxing out Fent's rep is having the bosses be your new best friends. No longer will you have to cower in fear from Tequila, instead you can give him kisses, which has always been a personal dream of mine. I mean, just look at those pecs. Fent is a man of few words and a man of few quests, which is quite unusual for traders, but maybe that's the exact kind of break us Tarkov players needed.